Hello guys and welcome to HERMITCRAFT Season Tales reactions on the builds that some of the crafters have done in this season. Now I'm really excited to have a look at it with in this build that we have. I think they just finished it like a week ago, and yeah, and possibly behind me have probably one of the best view of this season, at least for myself. Now I'm not going to show all of the builds. I might do a few part ones and part two, and I might go around, but I do not know where all the hermits were this season. I watched in the beginning few episodes for most of the hermits, but after that I couldn't really catch up to them. I might do it in the coming weeks, but without further ado, let's look at the view. I'm just gonna slowly, hopefully I can do slow turn, and this is probably one of the best view of the season for me, at least. Now if you look on my right, that is the cyberpunk city theme inspired by Impulse. I mean, he was inspired to build this, and I think along with B-dubs, if I'm not mistaken, he built it. And this one is of course Smalley's beans. Now we will fly to it and have a closer look, but before I do that, I kind of want to go down and start from this I think it's a particular type of Japanese gate. I think it's called Otori gate, if I'm not mistaken. And yeah, we'll just get to it, and we are going to be starting. How do I descend? I haven't played Minecraft for some time. You know, I must say, as someone who plays Minecraft and builds just a square, looking at all of these buildings, it's inspiring, but it is very overwhelming also in one sense. To know how good these hermits are, right? I was gonna say hermit crafters, but yeah. Yeah, this is a Torii gate. I think it was Japanese inspired. I think he went to Japan for his I think for vacation or something, and he was inspired by it, and you could see a lot of colors. It's very colorful in here. Yeah, so the first thing that we are going to be beginning with is Smallest Bean's base tour. I think this is where he spent, I think, rest of his time, I believe, from the whole of the season. So I think this is a small garden. I think that's what it looks like. If we go up here, kind of want to jump around here and get a better view. So I believe this represents some kind of temple, if I'm not mistaken. Does he have some kind of figure in there? He does have some figure to worship or something. Yep, it is. Yeah, I think it is his wife, if I'm not mistaken. And is that him? Yeah, so that's him carrying, and see some kind of princess or the queen. I love the tail, man. I love the tail. If you do follow HERMITCRAFT, you do know that Cleo Zombie is probably the best in doing armor work. Right, so it's gonna get night, and that is a kind of the perfect time actually to get an amazing view of this particular place, because it's so vibrant, right? So if you look at this, it's phenomenal to how this is probably one of the best views also that you could get. I was over here, and then I moved to the top of that kind of the temple up there to get a view, and yeah, at night it's just phenomenal. It looks, the color, the vibrancy that this build brings out, I love that. I didn't see that. I saw like some of these builds that he had done in the first few episodes. I think I saw the first 10 episodes or so for Smallest Beans, but these are, what is this? It's like, so what is it made of? This one is made of candles. Oh wow, what does this represent? Like, if you have followed Smallest Beans throughout the season 10, please do let me know in the comment what are these. Possibly I'm going to catch up with the videos on my own time, but yeah, it looks so good. It looks so good. Right, so I do want to walk around. I mean, I can spend like the whole hour in here just looking at some of the intricate details that this one has, but yeah, I think it will be a lot. Right, so what does this say? So that says SB, Smallest Beans, SB, Smallest Beans. It looks amazing, doesn't it? The color, the vibrancy that this has, and I'm going to repeat that word a lot, right? It's It's phenomenal. It's probably one of the best builds that I've seen in Hermits throughout all the seasons, to be honest with you. um I think for me, from last season, possibly, like, the Disneyland, Scarland, uh that Scar built here, Good Times with the Scar. He built a fantastic Disneyland inspiring theme park called Scarland. It was amazing. Right, so let's get down up here, and we are going to get up here. I think this was some kind of factory, if I'm not mistaken, that he had. There's so much to look at here, right? There's so much. It's so good. I think there's some kind of PvP that he had somewhere around underground in here. I think this was his first build in here, if I'm not mistaken. This in Joel home. Yeah, so his name is Joel. Yeah, but it looks so good, right? So good. Now we will come back here. I think this one belongs to Mumbo. I think Mumbo also did really, really well this season, I think, with his builds. I mean, like, the guys who were known for the redstone, they're pulling up really, really well for the last 2 seasons. I mean, it's coming from a guy who builds a box for his Minecraft survival, to be honest with you. But I mean, like, these guys are just amazing, man. It's so, just look at that, right? And there's a plane in there, I think there was a King Kong in there, but somehow got removed. I do not know who that person is, to be honest with you, who is representing. Possibly one of Joel's friend. But it is amazing. Like, I could spend here a lot of time, so we're not gonna do that, and we kind of want to get on with it. And yeah, it's so good. It's so good. I think it looks like some kind of hyper tube, look at that. Ooh, you could just play games in here. That is so fun. Right, what is that? Is it some kind of train that has been spilling out of this building? Some kind of train, some kind of transportation. So maybe it's trying to say that some kind of, maybe, who knows, it's FTL train. But yeah, it looks phenomenal. Right, so let's look at the city. With this is Impulse inspired, as well as B-dubs, and he had a game with him. I think there was a lot of very good games that they had. I think these seasons they made fantastic games, actually. I watched a lot of Hungry Hermits with Tango, but yeah. So if you see a lot of color infused, then I think it's most likely it is Impulse who built it. And if you see a lot of kind of a darker theme, a little bit of what we know with B-dubs is the gradient and the use of diorite, and he is a master at it. His build, no matter which way you look at it, right? I mean, like, when you look at Hermits, right, if they are building in a way that there's a framing, there's a composition that they have. And one of the best thing that I have seen with B-dubs is it's not only composition or framing, but no matter which way you look from, it looks so good, right? It's like you could be anywhere and you could look at that things that he has made, and it will just stand out. I think there's a lot of videos that I saw with B-dubs, and he often reference to this point, right? He's trying to tell a story. It's like, hey, you come out of this road, and you're walking up, and you just put your head up, and what do you see? And you see kind of like this kind of story. There's a story element to his I would say building, right? So even in here it's a decrepit, I think that's the word if I'm not butchering it, a kind of a old building, which has been forgotten and forgone, and yeah, it's a desolate, it can rematch. There is few colors and few lights going in, but every now and then, but it's like a bus stop in here. There's some kind of, I think this was built by Impulse, who's trying to give like an old generators or like a power plant. And this was I think the game that Impulse made. It's called the Metro, and you just go in there, and I think it's like a parkour. I'm not very good at it. I haven't played Minecraft for a long time, so I'm not going to attempt that. But yeah, I did play the Decked Out 2 when it came out. It was really fun. I wasn't good at it, but I enjoyed it a lot. There's a lot of updates since they have the Happy Gas now, which I haven't actually played enough to know. I just looked at the snapshots. I think it was in the previous snapshot if I'm not mistaken, but that was, yeah. And so this is a cyberpunk, and this is with B-dubs, right? So these guys are like, oh, so good at it, man. So good at it. Oh my, just look at this, man. On with that sunrise, oh, just look at that. Just the lights pouring in there. Such a huge fan, man. Such a huge fan. I mean, like, there's a reason you guys, we all watch Hermitcraft and we love Hermitcraft. Now, so this is the, I think it's Skiz. I think he's a new member in the Hermitcraft this season, and this one was inspired by in something that in psychology that I am very fond of, that I've studied, which is the Maslow hierarchy of needs. I think there's your very physical survival needs, and then you go on to have this self-actualization. I think that's what he wanted to get into. This was gems, if I'm not mistaken. The lighthouse. Yep, and this was gem, and then this one was green. Yep. Oh, there's a whole map in there. That's fantastic. I think he had built some kind of shrine for his mending book, right? So if you know the gag of the funny thing of season 10 was it took a lot of time for him to find the mending book through fishing, which was hilarious to watch in the beginning, not gonna lie. There's lots of custom trees, I think, this season that you get to see, and of course the zoo is there, right, with the Scar. It changed so much, right? I think his train was somewhere around here. Is the train still there? Yeah, the train is still there. He had a big pillar of so yeah, I think towards the end is the B-dubs, I think, towards over there. I really do want to get into go to B-dubs base, but just look at this train, man. Just look at that. All right, it's an amazing, like, I want to have a view like a little bit further away if I can, so it looks like, wow, look at that. Is this a reference to the movie Up, right? The balloon taking the house up, and that's the tunnel that it's coming from. Oh my god, man, like, just look at that. It gives such a nice effect, though. Yeah, it ends in here, but the use of that, yeah, use of the contrast with like blocks, it gives an effect that it goes for quite further away than that. I mean, like, of course we know that Scar is a master builder of terrains, right? He's so good with those. Just look at, man, so good, so good. And you get an idea that the train is going through the portal or stopping right over here, bringing in lots of different species of animals. Do they still have some animals in here? Did he move all of them to the other areas? Yeah, I think he moved it to other areas. So good. Look at that. Right, so I think let's just have, I think maybe I will leave the Scars zoo for the next episode. But what I want to find in this particular episode is look at B-dubs if I can. I think we'll go to Mombo's also later on, but I kind of want to see where's B-dubs one. I'm trying to find B-dubs. I do not know where B-dub lived. Right, we have reached B-dub's base. I think this is where it began. So you kind of come in here and you have a look onto the left. This one is reminds you a little bit more of Minecraft, right? But if you look at that's what he always tried to reference to, right? Like the composition, like the frame in here, and your eyes kind of goes to your right, and you see this so-called the water effect fall that he has in there, that he made with the I think white or silver panes of glasses. And I think there are like rabbits in here. I think I did see some of these in his videos. Of course, these are all custom made trees, which looks fabulous. Right, so if you were to go in here, we could walk. I think there is a rabbit in here, if I'm not mistaken. But of course, if you would go in here, you would see that that effect. And if we were to just hop around here, and if we were to go up, there's some benches in here. People are coming here for park, and I think the zoo is nearby. You kind of get an idea of this in this whole picture, right? You kind of see that, yeah. This one kind of wholly frames, and there's that. I do not know if that is what beat. I think that must be what beat up did, right? I don't think there is ever a mountain that looks like that in vanilla vanilla Minecraft. So you kind of come in here. It gives you a very much of like, you know, a farm area, right? It's like a more of an agricultural area, like a village. Not so much urban that we just came from this cyberpunk themed house. It's just like a small cottage in here. It looks so good. Like the amount of details that this guy has, right? The amount of details, the use of different blocks and the palettes. It is out. Wow. I love the scheme of these colors up in here with the sand. So I believe these were all made by, I do not know what these pillars represent. Each of these, that's bit-ups right there. Yeah, so I do not know if he has done other builds. So let me know in the actually in the comment if Bidab had built any more than these. I do not know what else did he build. But I think he relied on a lot of, if I'm not mistaken, see this. I think this season he relied in a lot of building, like, you know, like I think these are the silos, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. So this is where the grains are. Like a lot of story element that he incorporated in his build this season. Right, look at this. I don't want to die there, but I kind of like, which way would he look and be like, hey, this is the, yeah, look at that. So everywhere you look, these are all custom made trees, right? So what B-Dub did, that's like the signature, the tree that is referenced most of the time when you look at it. So it's a phenomenal build that he had. I think that no matter how much you say it, right? Like, yeah, when you come up here and you look at that, and you're like, wow. It's like, ooh, I'm going to some kind of civilization work. Imagine you're going into some kind of adventure and you're walking down a jungle, and then you're like, oh, I see some lights. You know, I see some houses in here. Oh, big trees are there. There's some kind of landmark that you can see. You can pinpoint, and you'll be like, hey, I was there before. And so I think that's what he wanted to get to, if I could be mistaken. But I'm just trying to make my own story in here, like just looking at this. All right, I think yeah, man, he's a fantastic builder. So no, like I think people should always subscribe to the, you know, the Hermits. They are phenomenal builders. They are phenomenal. Right, so now let's get into, I think I'm gonna leave the Scars Zoo because I kind of want to have a look around with other things. Yeah, I think we can look at Mumbo's also. I do not know whose is this though. I do not know if it's rain dogs or not. I haven't seen pearls also yet, but I think we'll get to see ethos or pearls later on. I'm just gonna get the tour of the whole thing. If I do the tour of the whole thing, it's gonna take a long time. But yeah, I think this is what Mumbo's worked on the whole time. So if we were to just go in here and just settle down here and just have a look, that is what Mumbo did. I think he had some kind of big run building. He had some business building that he had art designed, and I think he also did some terraforming. I think that's what you call it. He did some. I think he did terraforming for all of this. I think in front of here, I think he did all the terraforming with. He also had some kind of, yeah. He also made some organic trees in here, which was really cool to see from Mumbo, you know. But of course, there's the mustache of Mumbo in there. Yeah, I wonder who the, oh yeah, this one was of course done by Scar. I think they were all very close by, right? So yeah, it's really fun. So yeah, there's the big Ron in there, there's Willis in there. Right. I mean, like, my eyes immediately goes into this, right? I think what Smalley's Beans did, I can't like Like, yeah, if you look at this, it's like, wow, the amount of time that it would have taken him to do all of this. Yeah, for me, it is a build of the season for me. It is if I have to give, I haven't seen Scar the whole thing, but I think just looking at that, yeah, if for me the it would be the build of the season for me for sure, along with Cyberpunk City. Right, so what is this one? I do not know whose is this. Wow. Oh wow, oh wow, oh wow. What is this? I do not know whose is this. Let me know in the comment box whose is this. Oh, this is sugar farm, sugarcane farm, a lot of terracottas, I believe. There's loads of farms in here. Wow. There's a single dime. Oh, there's a zombie spawner in there. Like, what is this? Oh, it's the wooden farm, correct? If I'm not mistaken. So must be, who was building with woods though? Who had the permit for the woods? I think was it Rendog? I think so, right? If I'm not mistaken. I could be mistaken, but ooh, I love this. It's such a wow. Who made this castle? Is it Wells Knight? I do not. It says HC for Hermitcraft. Wow, love it. This is a friend. Wow. Man, how do you make, man? How do you make this, man? Man, I would love to. I would like love to know how to make these, right? I mean, like, yeah, I think like if I were to follow like a step-by-step procedure, I probably could do it, but there's no way that I am doing this on my own. There's no way. There's no way I'm doing this on my own. If there's a procedure to follow, I probably would be able to do it, but yeah, like a step-by-step guide on who is in here. Oh, this is Exuma. I think that's how you say his name, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I think I'm gonna leave the there's an art museum. I kind of want to go in there, but I'll leave the art museum and the scars and some of the others hermits for the part 2. I think for part 1, I'm just gonna go and have a look around and see. Is he trying to build is this like Inca's pyramid or Aztec pyramid inspired, I believe, right? So it looks like that. It looks like it's some kind of Incas or Aztecs inspired. Just at the first view. Man, it's like, wow. I think this looks like it's Rendog's color. Oh, there's an ice hockey game. Oh wow. Man. What does it say? Scoot ball. So what are you doing? Are you trying to scoot these animals, or there's so many games also that they have. Oh, I would love to do a Frogger. I know that Etho had made a Frogger game. Oh, there's another castle in here. Wow. I think this one is Wells Knight, if I'm not mistaken. I do not know whose castle was that then. Because I remember Wells Knight or someone was building around here, if I was not mistaken. Wow, there's a Christmas tree. What they got built so many things. And we haven't even gone to like the, because this one was Scars. I think Star, yeah, Death Star. Wow, I didn't even know there was a Christmas tree inspired. Wow. There's a lot of things that I did not catch up with towards the end, but they look so good, man. Of course, that one was the dock with the sand glass. I think there was some kind of beef that they had, that where the dock used sand as a money rather than diamond. They had to pay him in sand or something. I think something to do with sand duping, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know if this is the, I think this one is the shopping district, right? Because that's where they were supposed to build. And this one was bamboos was beat ups, yeah, with the color schemes that you can see in here. There's a lot of good shops around here also. So this is a Popo's. Yep. And so this was a permit. Is that the permit office, or is that the Popo's office? And there's Etho in there. I think this one was the permit office, if I'm not mistaken. Although this one was a courthouse that Scar built, I think. There's the horns in here that you can by, and I think there are different sounds that they made by. Ooh, there's a jukebox in here. Wow. Not jukebox, but what do you call this? I even forgot what you call that. Yeah, I do not know who's this. We came from there. We around here. Yeah, this is another castle. That is this Gemini Tay, I believe so. That's such a cute boat, man. Look at that. That's a fishing. I think she was playing a dredge game, if I'm not mistaken. So that looks like inspired by that. Is this Ethos house? No, I think Ethos and Pearls and Tangos are like together. I think it's still Gemini's though. Right, I don't think so. There's anything around here. Somebody's going up the ladder in there in the bamboo. I wish we could go a little bit quicker in here, but yeah, I think I will just end up in here. But today's episodes for part 1, and then in part 2 we're gonna look around scars and a few other builds. This house looks like it's been half eaten or something. It's been half broken. Man, they're such a fantastic builders, man. They're fantastic. Oh, that's Tango's one. That's Tango's red stone shop. Oh, I didn't have a very good look at that. Look at the color. I think it's one of my Tango's favorite builds is from the decked out to that building that he made, the big base, in which the under the big base was the decked out to. It was such a great build though. Oh, this is Corrales. I think we will look at Corrales. We're just gonna drop in here, and I think we're gonna start from part 2 for Corrales from here. And thank you for watching. If there is something that you want me to react to, let me know in the comment, or even play. And yeah, thank you so much for watching, and see you guys next time. Bye bye.